Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Midnight Showing. My name is Eve, I'm your host. And just to let you know, I'm going to change the name of the show to simply Projectionist Vlog. I think it's a little more appropriate. I think it'll reach out to more people that love film and 35mm and IMAX and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get to it. Today we're going to talk about the 20th anniversary of The Matrix and the franchise. Today is March 31st, 2019. 20 years ago today, March 31st, 1999, The Matrix was released, and it was a huge surprise hit, directed by the Wachowski, then the Wachowski brothers. Now it's just the Wachowskis. And two sequels followed after that. As you all know, I joined the industry in the year 2000 as an usher, and then I became a projectionist in the year 2002. Right before I became a projectionist, I remember we had Attack of the Clones, Star Wars Episode 2, and there was a special teaser trailer for the Matrix sequels because they were coming out the same year, just months apart from each other. And they had a really cool teaser trailer. If I remember correctly, it had the coding coming down, and you had the music from the Matrix, and they showed these quick clips of, I'm assuming was both movies, but it was actually just the second one. And at the end of the trailer, it said Matrix Reloaded, and then Matrix Revolutions, and then at the very end, it said 2003, and it shows Keanu Reeves putting on the shades in slow motion. So that was a great trailer. Fast forward to 2003, I'm already running movies. I haven't seen any Matrix trailers on anything. Strangely, it was very weird. But we showed him. I ran a movie called Dreamcatcher in March of 2003, and that was a Warner Brothers movie. And as a promotion for The Matrix, the Dreamcatcher featured I think it was a 9 minute cartoon called Enter the Matrix. It was Flight of the Osiris. That's what it was called. It was called Flight of the Osiris, and it was Michael Jai White did the voice for one of the actors, and it was like a quick little prelude to the Matrix Reloaded that was coming out in May of 2003. And I just remember we showed it, and it looked great. It was really cool, but it just didn't seem to fit in with the narrative of Dreamcatcher. So, you had a lot of people coming out of the theater, and they're like, "Hey, this isn't the Dreamcatcher movie that we want to see," and we had to kind of explain to them. This is the Matrix, a little cartoon that they have. It's connected to the second movie coming out, and that was way before social media. The internet was kind of getting big, and around that time. So fast forward to a movie in April of 2003 called Malibu's Most Wanted with Jamie Kennedy. It was a Warner Brothers movie, and finally we had a trailer for The Matrix on that print. And I just was baffled as to, after all these movies coming out, where was there a Matrix trailer? I don't know. And I was a projectionist. I didn't see any Matrix trailer anywhere else. But I actually have that trailer still. And it is... There's a Matrix trailer. Give me 1 second. There we go. So, this is the trailer for The Matrix that I ran on a print of Malibu's Most Wanted. So you can see it doesn't have the cool original label, but I marked it scope. It's the beginning of the trailer head, Matrix Reloaded, and I took it off before we moved the print around. It was it was the day of the midnight showing for The Matrix Reloaded, and we had to move movies around to accommodate the midnight showing. And then, the projection booth at the 6-screen theater that I was working at the time, Movie Land, the 5 theaters were upstairs, the projection booth, but downstairs on the main floor there was Theater 1, which you had the walk prints too, and we used to we used clamps back in that day. So Malibu's Most Wanted was a pretty short movie. It was like 5 reels, and sometimes with a short movie, the clamps were like a little too big, so you had to kind of force it, tighten it with force. and I brought it downstairs. And as I was entering the projection booth, I did a maneuver where, unfortunately, the ring popped out, and the whole film like went everywhere. And me and the projectionist Julius, we were stuck reassembling that print. We had to, connect the ends and just make it work. And that movie lost about like 3 shows, and we were finally able to get it for one show right before the midnight showing, and it didn't look very good. It was all scratched up and everything like that. And this was May 14th, 2003. The movie Matrix Reloaded was released May 15th, 2003. But, midnight showings were, like, big back then. So, fast forward to the showing, and we start the movie, and great lineup of trailers. There was a Bad Boys 2 trailer on there. There was a Freddy vs. Jason trailer, which I have. I took it, like, when I was breaking down the print, I took the trailer for Freddy vs. Jason off of a Matrix Reloaded print, and it's this trailer right here. It's the only trailer in existence, this version in existence, not this one, but you see right there, Freddy vs. Jason. And I remember the audience was kind of, they were really going wild for this trailer. Everybody was just like cheering and going crazy when they saw like Freddy and Jason going at it. But this played on Matrix Reloaded. Let's see what else played on there. Oh, Terminator 3, which came out the same summer, was Terminator 3, but this trailer for Terminator 3, again used, played on Matrix Reloaded. See right there. See, and it's, again, tells you the aspect ratio, scope. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I held on to these. So then the movie starts, and in the movie, you see that scene, that opening scene with Trinity's like jumping off the bike, and she's beating up the security guards, and then they flash to her in the building, and she jumps out the window, and the agent jumps out after her, and they're in slow motion, and she's shooting upwards, and the guy's shooting downwards. And as the lead up to that scene, we started noticing, me and the projectionist Julius and this manager, we were watching it, and we noticed like all these green like scratches like forming on the print. We're like, hey, what's going on, And in the middle of that action scene of Trinity falling, the movie stopped and suddenly the picture just melted, and it was a sold out show. And everybody, you can hear you can hear all across the audience, all the frustration and anger. And there was a brain wrap forming in the movie. A brain wrap. It's the print is on a platter, and then in the center you have a brain. Kind of controls the movement of the platter, and you have to thread through like this very important component that if you move back and forth, it increases and decreases the speed of the platter. So Julius, who threaded it, he forgot to thread through that component, and the platter just wasn't moving. The movie was moving, and as the film was running through, it was slowly wrapping around. It happens, Obviously, it doesn't happen now because it's digital. So we cut out the bad film. Very easy. Just cut it out, splice it back together. A majority of those people, they got comps. Anybody who decided to leave and didn't want to wait, they got a refund. Most people stay, and we just give up passes to come back for next time. It's pretty easy like that. The concessions, they never give refunds on that stuff. Once in a while, very rare emergency. But yeah, Matrix Reloaded was a really busy movie. It was pretty busy for about a couple weeks, and then it just died out. And I remember, despite how busy it was, a lot of people were very confused by it. And at the very end of the movie, there was a teaser trailer for part 3. It was like an end credit scene, but it was more of a trailer. And I said to myself, I was like, oh, part 3, that's right. It's coming out in November of 2003. And it's going to be busy. by the time 03 came around, I started build. I mean, by the time November came around, I started assembling prints by myself. And Matrix Revolutions was the third movie, one of the first prints I've ever assembled, and that movie did nothing. Came out first week in November. I think people were confused by the ending of the second movie, and I just kind of lost interest, and nobody cared. Matrix Revolutions just kind of died out upon release. Did not last. So yeah, that's my history of running Matrix movies on film. Now, from a collector's standpoint, I was able to obtain a 35 millimeter trailer for the first Matrix. This trailer is about 21 years old, considering when it was shown. It's a trailer number 2, so it's almost 21 years old. So here you go. Look at that. Matrix, Scope, Warner Brothers. Trailer number 2, 2 minutes 30 seconds. This is actually a great trailer. If you go on YouTube and you find it, it's really awesome. So, and I was also one of the many Wachowski movies I ran on film was Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolutions, V for Vendetta, Speed Racer, all that stuff. They had a good vision making movies, but unfortunately their stuff didn't really make much money. So, alright guys, thanks again for tuning in. Comment in the comment section below, subscribe, like the video, please share. This is an 80s Die Hard production. Thanks again for watching. Later guys, bye.